So this is going to be a tutorial on how to do a hard-lined pink. So what I used for this is vanilla, yogurt, sushi flour, and bright fuchsia. So I'm going to start off with using one of my paint pots, Painterly, and I'm going to put it all over my eye, all the way up to the brow. I'm going to use yogurt. I'm going to put it in the inner part of my eye right here. I'm not going all the way up with it, just a little bit above my crease. Next I'm going to be doing sushi flour, blending it just a little bit into the yogurt. And next I'm going to be using my bright fuchsia. Usually with my pigments, what I like to do is the little cap, it gets really dusted with the pigment, so I'll just tap that and then tap my brush on the edge there. That way it don't get a lot of excess, because with these pigments, this one especially, it likes to dust underneath right here. So I'm going to have to be extra careful. So then I start looking like I'm sick if I get this pigment all underneath. Now I don't like to use tape if I'm trying to get a nice straight line. If you have a nice angled brush, with this I'm going to just try and blend it into my sushi flour a little bit. And I'm going to draw a little bit of a line just over the top. And then I'm going to bring it into my crease just a little bit. So you get this nice highlighting effect across your lid and the blending through here. So next I'm going to take vanilla, which I have in one of my quads. I use it a lot. I had a little container, but as you can see, I use it quite a bit. I like to use it a lot for my highlighting, right below my brow to do the highlighting on the brow. And then I also like to put it right in here. It helps to brighten up your eyes to make them look more awake. So I'm going to dab just a little bit in the inner corner there, just to brighten it up. And then all underneath my brow. Now I'm not going to be blending it into the bright fuchsia, so I'm just going to try and dust right above it. For this look, I want to have those sharp lines. Now my lines look pretty straight with the bright fuchsia on the edges there. I didn't get any of the trickle onto my cheeks, which is a rare occasion. If you need to make your line a little bit straighter, I like to use this angled brush, and I go in and straighten out the line a little bit. And then what I'll do to exaggerate the line, and this is where my technique goes in place of using the tape, I get a little bit of my vanilla and I'll put that right up against that line. And what that does is it exaggerates, and then I'll pull it out a little bit here. And that helps to exaggerate the line and make it look as if you used tape. I had someone ask me one time, "Oh, did you use tape?" Tape? What do you need tape for? Tape my eyes? And I felt silly, because I never heard about the tape technique until just recently. So if you don't like tape stuck to your face, this is a good alternative. So now you can see my lines are nice and straight. I have the lighter color blended out a little bit, so that way you can't see the definition of that lighter color, but you still have that nice straight line. So next I'm going to get Sushi flour again and go back over, and this time I'm just going to be patting it on. And this is going to help to blend it out into that bright fuchsia. Now I'm going to continue the line at the very top with the Sushi flower instead of the bright fuchsia, so that line kind of continues and gradually fades. There we go. I put it all along my lower waterline and then my upper waterline right underneath my eyelashes. And the reason why I put it on my upper waterline as well is because sometimes when I'm using lighter colored eyeshadows like this and it kind of dusts onto my lashes, then by the time I put on my mascara, you can see the dustings a little bit. And when I put it on my upper waterline, it kind of helps to darken that line all around. Next, I'm going to use a liquid liner for my top lid. And with the liner, I'm going to have it meet up with that line that I made with the bright fuchsia, just to curl it up just a little bit. And what that does is it exaggerates that angle. Now for mascara, I like to use MAC's Prep+Prime. And what this does is it actually has little fibers inside so that it helps to lengthen your eyelashes with the little fibers so that they flare out a little bit more. And then I like to use Lash Blast by Covergirl. Now I like to have a little bit of color underneath my eye as well. So in order to do that, I like to get my little angled brush that I showed earlier. And this is going to help me have some control so that I can keep it just focused right in here and so it doesn't dust all over. So I'm going to take my Sushi flower. I'm going to start kind of in the middle and dust it out towards the outer edge. And once I have that on, I'm going to use this brush again only because I still have a little bit of that bright fuchsia on there. This is a nice stiff brush, and so it's not going to, again, dust it onto my cheek. And finally, the yogurt, which I'm going to line right into inner. Just touch it up and blend it into that Sushi flower. Now all you have to do is finish off with a little bit of blush and some lipstick and you're good to go.